It is said in Nova Scotia that when pirates decide to bury treasure, they came ashore with only a handful of men. The captain, of course, and 2 or 3 men he trusted, and one stranger. It is said that once the treasure was safely buried, the captain would ask who wanted to stay behind and guard it. In the stories, the stranger volunteers, hoping to take the treasure and run. So the stranger is beheaded on the spot, their ghost left to haunt the place and guard the treasure for centuries. According to the stories, the stranger is bound to the place now, unable to leave, rest, or move on. Unless, of course, someone were to discover the gold they had been guarding. Unless they could find some way to convince someone, anyone, to face their fears, head out into the night, and claim the blood gold for themselves. And on this point, the stories are clear. It must be done in complete and utter silence. No matter what one encounters on the dark roads, in the woods, on the cliffs, or by the treacherous seashore, a hunter must not speak a word. If they do, the treasure, and perhaps more, is lost, and the ghost is resigned to wait and guard for what must feel to the dead soul like an eternity. Welcome to Indie Games December Day 3. That was the introductory text to the Headless Guide, a game by Kat McDonald with Peach Garden Games. Kat wrote this for the Folklore Jam 2020. It is a bit of based on a lot of Nova Scotia folklore. For those outside of Canada, Nova Scotia is a small province in our Maritimes and home to all the wonderful maritime folklore and superstition and that you would expect from a small seagoing province. And Kat has written an absolutely wonderful solo journaling game that I have played a couple of times and enjoyed each time. It is just fantastic. The level of detail in here and just the excellent prompts. So, essentially, how you play it is you will pick your hunter. You have 4 to pick from: the villager, the smuggler, the witch, or the miner. You have 2 statistics. You have your starting courage, and you have silence. And as you travel through, you will have to pick. Well, sometimes you don't get to pick. You will have to spend some of each. Should you run out of either before you reach the end, then you are unsuccessful, and something may befall you. But it uses a deck of cards as the sort of the prompt for how your adventure is going to go, and it is just. It is worth picking up just to read the prompts in here. If you decide that solo journaling games are not for you, this is worth grabbing just for the little prompts and the little ideas. Just reading through this, I have all sorts of encounter ideas that I can bring into another game. But I think you're going to want to play this. It is a lot of fun. It is a great game. If you have a deck of cards handy, you can just sit down with a pen and paper and that deck of cards and start playing. It is absolutely fantastic. It is a little chilling I don't mind admitting that. The first time I played it, I was pretty okay, and the second time I managed to like actually frighten myself, which is a high compliment. Um, and I should say that like I'm not a person who generally enjoys like horror movies and things like that. For some reason, I gravitate towards horror tabletop games, um, and especially like horror themed, or like spooky themed solo games. And Kat has written an amazing one here. You definitely want to pick this up and check out the rest of the work that they do. Peach Garden Games does some really amazing stuff. In any case, that was the Headless Guide, from Peach Garden Games, and that is day 3 of Indie Games December in the can. I will talk to you tomorrow morning. Take care.